We are going to have to do one more take. Good morning, guys. It is a Monday and I'm very excited to be vlogging because it feels like a while since I've vlogged, even though I think it's only been about a week and a half or something, but I feel very happy to have my vlog camera back out. I'm feeling fresh. I had an everything shower this morning. If you're not familiar with the everything shower, it's the shave everything, wash your hair, do a body scrub. So I'm feeling good. Did that at about 6:30 a.m. It's also not a usual Monday today, which is also why I feel excited because Sage is in nursery. Dan is off work, which never happens, so he is driving me today, or driving us. We are currently on our way to the new house together and we haven't been for a whole week. Well, 8 days for Dan and 7 days for me because I went Sunday, all three of us went together, and then on Monday I went again, but I haven't been since then and I'm so excited because I think there will have been, well I'm hoping, fingers crossed, there will have been a lot of changes because it's now only 17 days until we move in. And I'm really bad at vlogging with Dan sat next to me, so I'm not used to this. I just feel in a very good mood this morning, and I'm doing my little hair trick, you know, where I basically just wrap it all up. I've just popped it in like that and I haven't even had to use a hairband, and then I will take it out when it's dry. I just thought that whilst we are on our way, it's a very rainy day today, but it's one of those days where even the rain can't put my mood down. I thought I would tell you about what we've been up to. The most exciting thing is that we just spent the last couple of days in Dorset for Dan's dad's birthday. We all stayed in the most gorgeous Airbnb together. It was so nice as soon as we arrived, and we saw the little village that we were in, which was called Corfe Castle. If any of you have ever been, or if you're looking for the most kind of quintessentially English, cute, cozy countryside getaway, Corfe Castle is one of the sweetest villages I have ever been to, and it's beautiful. It kind of looks a bit like the Cotswolds, but it's in Dorset, which I much prefer to the Cotswolds. The landscape is just stunning, like rolling hills and the most beautiful trees, and it's just incredible. Every single drive that we did, it's one of those things where, like now we're driving through central London, it's not on a rainy day, you know, it's not the most beautiful drive, whereas every single drive that you do in Dorset, it's like you could stay in the car for hours because it's just gorgeous. So yeah, I would highly recommend a trip to Corfe Castle. There's the village. It made me think, if I was to live there, I would just have to think that I was in Midsummer Murders the whole time, and there would definitely need to be some kind of village drama. Perhaps not a murder, that might be a bit much, but I would definitely want to get involved in all of the village things going on, because it's literally got a sweet shop, a grocer's, did it even have a butcher's? I don't think it did. It has an ice cream shop though, which is more important than a butcher's arguably, and a bakery, and well, it's got the castle itself, and the castle, we could see it from the garden of our Airbnb. Dan and I always do this thing where we really like to guess when things were built. So Dan looked it up on his phone, and then me and his dad had a competition to guess, and his dad did win, but I was very, very close. It was built by William the Conqueror in, I think, 1066. Sorry, I will stop doing this car ramble in a minute. I just feel like if you are going to go to Dorset and go to this kind of area, I just want to give you our top 3 recommendations. So Corfe Castle, very sweet place to stay and kind of be based. You're very close to lots of things. And then my top 3 things to do nearby would be Lulworth Cove. Dan and I have been there twice before, once in 21, once in 22 when I was pregnant, and then again in 24, and taking Sage there just felt really, really special. It's a beautiful cove. It's a rocky beach, but the water is so clear. So if you like swimming in the water, which Dan does, me and Sage did not, swimming in the water there is really beautiful, and it has a sweet little kind of ice cream shop and just kind of gift shop there. And then also Studland Bay is gorgeous. It's more of a sandy beach with lots of kind of trees on the beach and lots of seaweed there, I will warn you, which is quite smelly, but it is just so beautiful, and you can see the white cliffs. We had a wonderful time there. Sage just adores the beach, and it's really, really sweet to kind of just watch him having a lovely time. And then my third top recommendation, there I have actually got so many, so I could do a whole, maybe I'll put something on Instagram about this, but we went for lunch at a place called Shell Bay, and the food was incredible. Just such a gorgeous fish restaurant. We both had fish curry, but everyone else had different things, and it just all looked so good. Oh, also Dan's just said to me, don't forget the pig. We did go to the pig on the way there. It's really, really nice. Just a nice place to kind of stop off for lunch, or even just stop for tea and cake. We got so lucky with the weather. Oh, the sun's just come out. It's good, isn't it? We are making a pit stop for brunch because we were like, when do we ever get to come out, just the two of us, for brunch? It's kind of breakfast, not brunch. It's like 9:30 in the morning. We always have a little one with us, so we just thought, why not go and have a relaxing brunch? So we're going to try and see if we can get a table at Granger & Co. or Marylebone High Street. It's one of our favourite high streets actually in London. There's a really nice store of books here. It's just a really nice selection of shops. It feels much more relaxed than going to high streets like Oxford Street or Regent Street. But I know the Granger & Co here usually always has a massive queue, but I'm hoping that on a rainy Monday morning it won't be so busy. We just had the Granger & Co pancakes, which were unreal, and now we've popped into my favourite Dorset books in London. There's loads of them over London, but this is my favourite one because I love this kind of gallery section up here. I think it's so pretty. Just doing a little tour of this Dorset books. So I was just up there. There's really beautiful wrapping paper here. Oh, I just walked past this little fiction section, and I'm not sure what this section is because it doesn't have a title. It's not like new in or anything like that. It might just be a selection that the people here who organise the selections have put together. But I saw a few of my favourite books in this selection. They're not in order of alphabetical order of authors or anything, but this, The Paper Palace, ever since finishing this book and loving it so much, I've been hunting for something that's similar, and I just haven't found anything that has the same things going on that this book does. I just loved it. So if you've read The Paper Palace and you loved it as much as me, let me know what else you loved. There's another one of my favourite books of all time here, which I actually rarely see kind of out being kind of shown in a bookshop. Piranesi by Susanna Clarke. It's the most magical book I've ever read. Just completely spellbinding and otherworldly is a really good way to put it. Oh, look. Erin Morgenstern says spellbinding. I will definitely reread this book. I think I'm just going to leave it another couple of years so I try and forget it as much as possible because it really was probably the most special book I've ever read. And another book in this selection of books that I just adored was In Memoriam, which I read recently. Really beautiful love story set in the war. Welcome to the new house. Dan and I have been here talking to the builders and the carpenters here today, doing some really exciting work, which I'm going to show you in a minute. So we've just spent the last hour just kind of going through lots and lots of things because also our builder was away. I don't know if you remember me saying in the last vlog, so we haven't seen him for ages, so we just had lots and lots of things to kind of run through. Dan's now gone to work and I'm staying here a bit longer because I want to video some bits for you guys, and then I also have a video call with East London Cloth who are doing our cafe curtains. And also our kitchen fitter is arriving here in 20 minutes. I did not realise all these different people that have to get involved. I was just kind of like, oh, you just buy a kitchen and the kitchen arrives and then you just slot it in the kitchen, but you actually have to have a kitchen fitter. So that person I haven't met yet, but he's coming here in a minute, so I will meet him and we'll just kind of run through the kitchen and stuff. I just remembered something that I really wanted to talk to you about. It's kind of a tip that I love how I'm giving renovation tips now, even though I'm such a beginner in this. It's kind of a tip for any of you who are renovating or just even buying anything new for your home, whether it's like a lamp or, you know, a little ceramic thing or anything that you're buying for your home. I think this is a really good tip, but also I need your help with it. And it's basically a concept that my friend and I thought about the other day together. I taught her about Alison Bornstein's 3-word theory, or 3-word method, I think it's called. If you don't know who Alison Bornstein is, go and type her name into TikTok, and she has so many amazing videos on it. It's really helped me with my personal style, and she basically says you pick 3 words that you think represent your style or you would like to represent your style, and then whenever you're buying anything, so if you find yourself in a shop and you're really tempted by something just because you like the look of it and you think, oh, I'll buy that, and then you realise you never actually wear it in your wardrobe because it's not actually very you and it was just something that you liked on the model in the shop or on the hanger, and then you get buyer's remorse. I told my friend Sam about that 3-word method, Alison's 3-word method, a few months ago now, and she said to me, why don't you use that for your house? And I thought, do you know what, that's the most genius idea. So I've been writing down on my phone some ideas, I would love more suggestions from you guys, or whether you think my words are right. Apologies for noise, there is lots going on today in the house. Okay, I actually have quite a few words, so I need help narrowing them down or adding new ones if you think that I'm missing anything, because I feel like you guys really know kind of my vibe and style that we're going for. And so the words are period, elevated, earthy, cozy, family, homey, and sanctuary. And these are words that Dan and I have come up with together for the kind of feel that we want our family home to have. And I think it's really useful for when we're buying a piece of furniture or a piece of art or even a lampshade, just anything. I think it's so useful to kind of come back and be like, does this align with our 3 words? But we do need to narrow it down to 3, because Alison said 3 is important, and I'm just applying her fashion advice to the house now, because it doesn't overwhelm you, but it's enough to kind of cover all bases. So yeah, just thought I'd share that little concept with you guys in case you find it useful when buying anything for your home. Okay, so let's go and have a look around the house. This room has not changed since you were last here. So this is Sage's room, and it's pretty much done, as in the floors are done, the walls are painted, the ceiling's painted. He obviously needs a light there. We'll be changing these light switches as well. Oh, by the way, light switches. I know that was a big thing I talked about in the last video. We've decided to go with paintable switches so that they're more kind of discreet all over the walls. And I actually am really happy with that choice. Annoyingly, I can't start kind of unpacking his room and getting it ready, which I would love to be doing right now. But we're going to be covering the floors to protect them and then using this room for storage whilst the rest of the house is being done, because there's just boxes everywhere, so it's really hard for everyone to get work done basically. Spare room, like Sage's room, it's finished, but I can't kind of make the bed and get everything sorted in here because we're going to need to use this for storage. And also I got some really beautiful door handles to replace these ones. We're going to have doorknobs with a really cute kind of beehive effect on them, antique brass from Jim Lawrence. They're really cute. I'll show you them when they arrive. Big update here, guys. These are our pocket doors and they're going in today. So exciting. Let me show you. So it's a bit wobbly right now because it's not secured down the bottom yet. There are gorgeous pocket doors and they are in the bedroom. It's so exciting. I need to buy some really lovely kind of pull handles to go here. I'll just show you from a distance as well. I think they're just going to look so beautiful when this is all kind of painted, and oh, I just love them. I need to get some really pretty handles. We're going to an antiques market, so I might look there to see if we can find any beautiful kind of handles to stick on that door. It's all going on today, guys. Look what just arrived. This is Dan's wardrobe, which is going to the right of the fireplace in our bedroom, which is the room where the pocket doors are, where we just were. And I absolutely love it. He found it on Vinteria. It has a mirror. Hi. I'll just show you inside. It's got like a rail and then a nice shelf to put kind of, I guess, like baskets with things in, and then yeah, and then that's the rail, and it's really quite big inside, and then the door handle on it, it's just so detailed and pretty. I'd love to find some handles, obviously not this shape exactly. I want this to be more like pull like that for the doors upstairs, but I love this colour and the detail there. It's so beautiful. Downstairs loo update. It's looking a bit crazy in here right now, but this is going to look so nice, I think, when it's all painted in Farrow & Ball Bancher, which is a really nice olive green. I think it will look beautiful. Now the kitchen doesn't look massively different to a week ago when I last vlogged. However, there's actually been quite a lot of work going on in here, but it's all been electric. So I don't know if you remember, but there were some pendants up here and they are now gone, and there was 3 of them, but we only wanted 2 and wanted the positioning slightly different because we're going to have an island, and they didn't have an island, the people who lived here before, so we just need to change the positioning. So those are where our island pendants are going. And then also, because our cupboard setup is different to the people who lived here before, we also need to change some electrics on this wall. So there was all plug sockets up here and they've now all been moved down. There's some plastering been going on. And that, I think, is it for house updates today. It feels like there wasn't loads and loads to show you, but I think lots has been going on. So much that I haven't really shown you is floor sanding. That's been such a big job, and not that much else can happen when the floors are being sanded, and so much kind of painting throughout the whole house and electrics. But I think the next time I vlog, maybe even later on this week, I'm going to carry on this vlog for a few days, I think. So maybe there'll be more to show you in this video. But as you can see, all of this stuff's been going on. For example, all the stairs, do you remember they were kind of like red and white and all different shades of paint were on the stairs here, and now they're all sanded down. They just need to be kind of sorted out and varnished and stuff. I just met the guys who were fitting our kitchen, and that all went good, and we were just kind of doing measurements and talking, and me letting them know what's going on with the floor and trying to answer their plumbing questions and then not really knowing what I'm talking about. I have an update for you. Do you remember the step going down to the basement that I said was rotting and literally full of bugs? I think that was in my first renovation vlog, and it was so scary. Well, basically, in the basement today, there was water on the floor. Not good. So our builder basically took up the floorboards here and found that there was a pipe where in the corner of the pipe, I think it was leaking. And when the bottom step was down there, it was absorbing all of the water, and that was why it was all rotten and horrible. But now the bottom step's gone, it was just going into the basement. So disaster. But I think he's fixed it, which is amazing. I just get so scared at this stage when we're so close to moving in, that what if there is something that just goes horribly wrong, or suddenly the whole basement floods. It's just quite scary. It's now Thursday and I'm sat in the car. I'm really not sure what the sound is going to be like in the car, but I hope it's okay, because I just want to chat to you guys for a bit before I get going. I feel like it looks like I've really overly bronzed my forehead, but it's just because the dark of the car here is shadowing the top half of my face. I promise it's okay in real life. Talking of makeup, just have to show you, this is not sponsored, but I put this lipstick on this morning. This is by Merit and it's in the shade On Tebe. And I feel like this is going to be my autumn lipstick. You know, you just put on one of those colours and you just think, oh wow, I look suddenly really autumny. I feel like this lip colour's done that for me. I think it's the kind of peachy, orangey tones in it, which kind of sounds summery, but it's not. It's like the browniness to it makes it feel autumny, especially with this brown leather jacket. I feel very autumny. Also, because I'm not driving yet, I can just take off one of my shoes and show you. I put these on my Instagram the other day. They are new from Massimo Dutti. I ordered them online about 2 weeks ago, so I'm sure they're still in stock if you do like them, but they are just the comfiest loafers. Oh, I feel like a bit of sand just fell out of that. I did wear these to the beach in Dorset the weekend. They are the comfiest loafers I've ever had. No need to wear them in, and I think they're going to be my most worn autumn shoe, apart from when it rains obviously. Then I will have to wear trainers, or I can't even remember my shoe collection, guys. Like, I haven't had all of my stuff now for, I think it's been 6 weeks, and I've got about 5 outfits that I've just been rotating. And as particularly now, I did obviously take a bit more than 5 outfits with me, but I really didn't take much. And also most of that is now out of season because it was a heat wave when we moved, so I had so much summer stuff that I now can't wear. So I've literally got like 3 pairs of jeans, a couple of white t-shirts, 1 stripy t-shirt, a couple of different jackets, and I think I've got 3 jumpers in total, and that's just what I'm wearing on repeat. So the fashion content is not particularly inspiring on my Instagram or my YouTube right now, but I promise it will all get better once we get into the new house. Oh, I did vlog something. Tuesday morning I went to Sunbury Antiques Market, which is at Kempton Racecourse. It's basically like a 45-minute drive out of London. You drive kind of through Richmond, through Twickenham, so I guess going south, kind of southwesty. I've wanted to go to this antiques market for so long. I've been following them on Instagram and just kind of seeing other people going, and I really wanted to go because the antiques shops in London the prices are just extortionate, and I've heard that you can get good prices at Sunbury and just such a huge array of things, whereas if you go into an antiques shop in London it's usually quite tiny and there's not much to look at, whereas this is just kind of so much space and so many things, and there's hundreds and hundreds of stalls and different types of sellers. So I went Tuesday morning bright and early. I only got 2 things, which I'll show you when we get to the new house today. I'm going to take them over there now. 2 things that we didn't really need, but I think will be cute little nice antique additions to the house, and I do think that antiques kind of just make a home. I also think that's because coming from growing up, my parents have always loved antiques and always have things like that around the house that kind of makes a home feel homey to me if it has antiques in it. I do want to go back to the market in October once. It's on like it's on the last Tuesday of every month and the second Tuesday of every month, And so I want to go to one of the October ones once we're moved into the house, because then I feel like I'll be able to see gaps and think, what do we really need? I know something we really need, I didn't find Tuesday morning, is a unit to put our TV on, because we're not having the TV on the wall in the new house. It will be to the right of the fireplace, so I need a kind of TV stand. I'm going to insert the footage of the antiques market now. I'm going to get over to the new house now, and fireplaces are being installed today, so I'm going to go there and vlog a bit of that for you guys. I'm at the house now. I just carried up to the spare room the 2 things that I got at the antiques market, and so I'll show you those and then I will show you the fireplaces. So the first thing that I got was this chair, and I really love it. Whenever I stay in kind of Airbnbs or, you know, just go to nice houses, I always love when they have chairs like this, just in the corner of a room or in a hallway with a nice cushion on. It's called a wheelback Windsor chair. I think it's from the late 1800s, early 1900s. Correct me if I'm wrong. Any of you antiques experts out there? I think it would just be a really nice place for here in the spare room for people who are staying over to kind of pop their clothes on overnight and things like that. And this, you might be like, why did you buy this when there's so many more important things to be getting for the house right now? But I just saw it and completely fell in love with it. I think this would be so beautiful to have breakfast in bed on, or to serve drinks on, or canapes on, or anything. I just think it's absolutely beautiful. And the person I bought it from said it was from the 1920s, which I think is really cool. I got distracted en route showing you what's going on with the fireplaces in the kitchen, because I've just been stood here chatting to the electricians for the last half an hour. They are the nicest guys. Honestly, I feel like everyone working on our house is just so nice. It just makes such a difference. But anyway, we've just been talking wall lights and wall light positioning, and I'll show you. Okay, so here on this wall is what we were discussing. So we basically just were moving this table around to decide the exact table positioning, because that's going to give us an idea of where we want the wall lights to be exactly. And I couldn't decide whether to do wall lights central to the Veluxes, wall lights kind of equidistant from this wall, and then over here to the edge of this cupboard. And Tom the electrician just put this box here, which is actually just so useful to see, to be like, just imagine this is your cupboard, because this is how deep it is. I'm not worrying, is it even deep enough for our microwave? And then this is where the cupboard door will open to. And so we need room to kind of stand here at the end of the table to be able to open this cupboard. It's just so useful talking all this stuff through. And so anyway, we've decided in the end that the wall lights are going to go just kind of a few inches in from the edge of the table. And that leaves us maximum space to put a nice large piece of art in the middle there. We haven't quite decided what's going there. I don't even know where our art is, in a box somewhere, I'm guessing. But it is so useful having these kind of big boxes hanging around everywhere, because this is now in position for where the island will be. It will actually be over slightly. I need to be quick in here because this room is slowly filling up with chimney soot. The chimney guys are working on the right chimney right now, and I'm just going to show you the left. So the old fireplace has been taken out and everything has been kind of stripped back, ready for the new ones to go in. Probably won't be going in until tomorrow, but all the work is being done and the new fireplaces are arriving later today, which is really exciting. The craziest part of this is that the old fireplace was stuck to the wall using, what was this stuff that you said?
Expanding foam.
Expanding foam.
Let's get it.
Apparently, this is the craziest stuff that you've ever seen, right? You've never seen anyone do this before.
It's for filling gaps. It's for filling gaps in door frames and stuff, not for sticking fireplaces on walls. God. Because there's no contractor that would have walked out and left that like that.
I just realised I haven't ended this video. I'm now in the back of a taxi eating Smarties. Oh, going over speed bumps. I have to say there are never enough orange ones in a packet of Smarties. So I went and got something to eat and then went back to the house for a bit, and there was a bit of drama going on with the fireplaces. Basically, when they took up what's called the hearth in front of the fireplace, it was just like rubble and no support, and obviously we're putting something really heavy on top, so they're saying we need to put some joists in or do some more kind of concrete. They just couldn't believe that the fireplace was basically managing to stay up the way that it was stuck to the wall in the first place, but also what it was on top of. So yeah, timing wise, I don't know how long that's now, because the fireplace is meant to be finished in, he was saying to me this morning, you'll be able to light a fire in here by tomorrow evening, which obviously we don't need to be able to light a fire in there by tomorrow evening, but there are other things that need to happen in that room that we need the fireplaces to be in and done for. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with timings now that something's gone wrong there and needs to get sorted. But anyway, I'm actually now going to go and edit this vlog so I can get it up on Sunday for you guys. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and I really can't remember what I filmed in this vlog, so sorry if it's chaotic or I don't know, not very interesting, but hopefully it was a bit enjoyable, and I will see you all very soon. Bye!